When should the real estate agent have a price reduction on a listing? Recently did an event with a lot of different brands were there, and I asked the question of the audience. Some very seasoned veterans were in the audience, and I asked, well, when should you get a price reduction on an existing listing? It's day 0, you got the listing last night, and you're putting the MLS tomorrow or something like that, and you've had, let's say, no showings. Day after day after day after day after day after day, no showings on the property. When should you approach the seller that we might need a price reduction? And some veterans in the room said, what about a month, somewhere around 30 days? There were other answers where some people said, that's waiting for market feedback, get the feedback before you change the price, no definitive date. There's all kinds of answers. So what's your answer? What's your policy as an individual agent or at your company? When do you normally ask for a price reduction? Well, ideally you cover that during the listing interview, that if certain conditions exist in the marketplace, for example, if we have no showings in blank days, we think we should take a look at the price. Nobody said you had to do it. We should sit down again and talk about the price. So, for example, if we're on the market for, let's say, 10 days and nobody's looked at the property, there's really one of two reasons, seller. It's either a conspiracy to get you, or your price doesn't match the features that are missing based on the market we're in. Now that's a fancy way to say you're overpriced, but it works well. Again, it's either a conspiracy to get you, or your price does not match the features that are missing based on the market that we're in. And so if that happens, I want you all to know, is it me that's the problem as a listing agent? Is it me, or is the market voted with their feet? Because buyers essentially vote with their feet. If they like a house and it's underpriced, you get 5 offers the first day. However, if you get, and that's not necessarily a good thing, but if you have, let's say, no showings in 10 days, should you go for a price reduction? I'm in. I believe that we should try to get at least 2 price reductions every 30 days. Move to the market. Always move to the market. Make sure the seller is coachable and they understand this during the listing interview, that we will have a face-to-face every 2 weeks. I'll come back to your property. Now again, I can hear agents groaning like, I'm not going back to that seller. So the question is, are you out chasing new listings? Or are you serving the ones that you already control? Getting a listing priced right that you've been carrying for a while, it's like a new part-time job. It has a possibility of selling. You ask agents, what's the probability of selling an overpriced listing? We pretty much get no chance of selling an overpriced listing. So it's important up front that you establish, or your company establishes, what's your criteria for recommending a price reduction, and have you conveyed that to the home seller? It's not just how many days. In addition, how many showings need to occur before you realize that buyers have voted with their feet and they've passed on this property? I know that if you had the house on the market and you've got 6 to 8 people who look at the property and nobody makes an offer and it's priced right and you're the listing agent, if 6 to 8 people vote with their feet, get back in the car and they drive away, I'm not talking about open house people. I'm talking about real legitimate showings with other agents. 6 to 8 of them vote with their feet, pass on the property. It's either a conspiracy to get the home seller or the price does not match the features that are missing based on the marketplace that we're in. If the seller understands that we're going to see 6 to 8 people, one of them should make an offer on your property. If they don't, it's a conspiracy. However, we know that's not the case. It's the price does not match the features that are missing based on the marketplace that we're in. So set the ground rules at the interview. If the seller understands you are going to come back face to face with them about every 10 to 15 days, because it's important that I don't abandon you as the seller. In addition, that I'm going to stay in touch, because listing agents are known for abandoning their clients on occasion. I won't abandon you. That let's agree up front here. I'm going to come back every 10 to 15 days and give you a market report. You don't have to do anything with the price at that point, but it's worthwhile for us to get back together again, because after all, you're not just moving your family, if you will, you're moving your money. And I want to make sure that you keep getting market information about how things are going. And obviously, you as the agent are far more effective at getting a price adjustment, and a bigger one, if you go face to face. If you leave it to the phone call or emails, we're going to carry that listing longer, lower the odds of selling it, increase the odds of a home seller becoming upset with you, resisting then the price reduction, all because we didn't make the commitment up front about getting back together every 10 to 15 days. This is a powerful part of selling your listings faster, getting a larger price reduction when necessary. All right, let's continue on. Thanks for watching.